Again?
Someone wants to know why did they call God a he? Why they think God is a he and not a he?
Tell me, why not? Brother Taiwo, our left side Hebrew Israelites, until we come on the right side. Shadadani, Alafia. Yeah, talk to me.
Yeah, why you think
No, you tell me why would you want it to be?
Because
I know you have your own thing already.
Yeah, he.
You want it to be a he.
Yeah,
well, it is a he.
He is a he, right? but maybe that person wants him to be a she because he's a man, isn't he?
Yeah, Genesis 3 and 4. I don't know if I should open it.
You don't know what genetic mutation is, and I'm the idiot. I can't conversate with them investors.
It's shocking, isn't it? That's horrible, isn't it? That's why I thought it was war. You see, that's just an interview, was it?
Yeah.
What do you attend the assembly at the moment, sis?
Well, not at the moment. At the moment, I'm still searching.
This brother Jeremiah, Sister Lily.
Yeah, I saw you all the while. You're from Jamaica. Yeah, where my friend always talk about you, you know. Yeah, from Jamaica.
What part of Jamaica are you in?
Kingston.
Kingston.
Jerusalem.
Okay. From 2 miles.
2 miles. Oh.
Yeah,
Jerusalem.
oh
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, you did. No, also, you know, Sample.
Ultima, I know. Some of my friends them will be a month. Some go to America.
No, I know
And if Ultima is a Jerusalem man.
Yeah, he's from Jerusalem. I'm from Jerusalem.
So yeah, here's the thing. When people ask that question, most of the time they pretend like they didn't read this scripture.
Okay.
They pretend like they didn't read it, because it's the first few chapters, and we know that they look in the book more than us. So here it is. Let me read it from verse. Genesis 5, chapter 1. This is the book of the genealogy of Adam. In the day that the Creator created man, he made him in the likeness of himself, which is life. He created them male and female, and blessed them and called them mankind in the day they were created. And Adam lived 130 years, and he begot a son in his own likeness, after his own image, and named him Seth. After he begot Seth, don't forget that these come after Cain and Abel now.
Oh, wow.
You understand,
Okay.
Yeah? This is the story picking up after one is already lost.
Okay.
Yeah. And the days of Adam were 800 years, and he had he had sons and daughters. You see? So but these sons and daughters, they're not really listed like alphabetical order here for us to start following them around. You get me? Like I have children now. 2 of them for the past 10 years. I haven't followed them around at all.
I get something. Him list like the one who follow creative. So the one that list is right to see them out. The one list right to see them follow.
In focus.
Do.
The ones in focus. You get me? Like all of us have, innit? Right now, trust me, some people don't know this is going on right now. But they're here in this park. If you ask them, they'll say, no way, it's a lie. But it's happening right there. True? That's how things work. So, but when you see people who just want to knock down the Bible, be very suspicious. You know, I'm not saying you can't disagree. You can dislike it if you want, disagree if you want, but at least be sure to check the thing. You know, be sure before you knock it. So me, before I knock anything,
Don't be surprised if they don't find him dead somewhere. I'm saying, don't be surprised if you don't find him dead somewhere. You understand? Because he might already come out of it and disgrace it. And then I go back into it. Don't be surprised you don't find him dead somewhere.
before he turned back.
Yeah, before he turned back again. Telling you.
So he's turned back again?
Yes, sir. He was a Muslim before.
Yeah.
He went into Saudi Arabia, train up, come up over here, and they become a Christian.
Yeah.
And now he become a Muslim again. Yes, sir. So guess what, you know? Don't say that them give him a trip somewhere else and don't come back.
Because the last time I came here, I was preaching about Jesus.
Yes,
Jesus.
Don't be shocked if you don't hear that this man died somewhere. Because that's how them is. They will not learn to come back to the right path again.
No.
That's what the devil is.
The scripture quoted, what's that scripture again? Being blown around.
Toss and turn with the doctrine of man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Toss, to and fro, unstable mind.
It's unstable.
Not that it can't even happen, but you know, anyway.
No matter what the scripture said, there was with us in the first place.
Well,
Yes, sir.
I saw you come in. I saw you come in.
Well, that's right.
You saw what happened? You saw Shahada being taken by.
The scripture said they was with us in the first place. Because if they were with us, they would have gone away from us.
Well, yeah. If they were of us,
They would have gone away from us.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So he wasn't with us.
Anyway, you know, we don't, like we've always said to the Muslims, what makes the thing is when you're Christian, you're still a Muslim. That's why I'm not as upset as Brother Jeremiah. Because me, I've absorbed that. As a young brother, I always tell him, even when you're a Christian, you're still a Muslim. It's just they don't understand that. You understand? But when we're Israelites, it scratches us to the bone. You get me? You get me? Because we're dealing with it as nation. Christian lose one, Muslim lose one. Right now, as they're making the Shahada to turn one into Muslim, right now 10 are turning into Christian from Islam. Right now, yeah. It's only 2 football teams. It's either this one or that. So how much choice is there really? There's not much choice. Okay. Well, guess what they're going to be doing to this man? It's going to be a laughing stock.
Yes.
Even amongst the people who converted. I just think convert. If your book is the first book, your book is the first book. Take stuff, yeah? And you say, and they say, it's the same God. Well, if it's the same God, what are you converting to then, bro?
That's what I'm saying.
If it's the same
Makes
God,
sense,
what are you converting to?
Exactly.
No, you got honestly be serious. Brother Bilal, on a serious note, if you're working for McDonald's upstairs, can you convert to work downstairs? You don't need to convert to work downstairs. It's still the same business.
But the approach is different.
We know, but do you need conversion for that? Is it a new contract? Go downstairs, start working downstairs. It's an extension, but if you're moving from McDonald's to
Burger King.
yeah, then I can understand. But if you tell me that in Islam it's the same God as in the Bible, then what are you converting to?
But the understanding of the God is different though, isn't it?
I'll leave them to do that.
Yeah.
You know me, I don't argue. I like questions, right? That's how I deal, bro. I just do questions. I don't do assumptions for people. I just do questions like, tell me, you tell me. Only questions will make people realize, not about what I say, like, and I understand. Like I wanted to do a wholesome, foundational, fundamental. You up in Birmingham. Well, drop a line. You know, on the talk chat. I'll chat you. Yeah? Less to the family too. Yeah, so I want to, just to do that. Because guess what, Brother Bilal? Some of the stuff I haven't had time to talk about. If you remember as a witness, years down here, we've been talking about the New World religion. It's one question nobody's asking here right now. It's coming. It's the religion where all of us are going to be, we're going to be told.
Consumerism, is it?
No. One world religion.
Yeah, which religion are you talking about? I thought that was consumerism.
In Islam talks about the Dajjal coming. In Christianity it talks about the Antichrist. That's what we're saying. So we're saying that head of the serpent religion, which is, quote unquote, Satanism on the earth, whereby Satan's real spirit, one spirit, will now come to say, here I am, you've been calling on me to come, and I've come. And it will be embodied in a man who can say, thanks for building the kingdom, and here is the leader for the kingdom as a physical person. And now he will say, it's me you've been worshiping all along, you just didn't know. So all the divisions you have is just from me.
Do you believe that God and Satan are the same?
God is, by, just to clarify definition, the word God is just another name for Satan. All it's been fluent of transformation, or it's just basically the word God. It just means death. It just means Brother Lee, check the we pay respect. Reverend come round. Bless. Yeah, we're coming back. Yeah, so that word God is just the word God, which, call it what you want, we're dealing with the four spiritual language, what we're dealing with, which is death.
So why do they, God and Satan are the same, why do they sell us this idea of God and Satan as two separate?
Don't forget, they're not deceived, it's you who's deceived. Well, they need to sell you that.
Why do they need to tell us that?
Otherwise, you wouldn't buy it if they told you it's Satan or Lucifer. Normal people wouldn't buy that. They wouldn't follow that. You understand? Normally, they would not follow that. You've got to give it a new name, a fresh name, to make it look like it's just generic.
So do you believe that God exists?
God, you mean Satan? You mean death?
No, I mean God.
Talk to me what you're really asking for.
No, that's what I'm asking you.
God, I told you it's death. Yeah, death exists.
Okay, so do you believe in a creator?
Now you're talking my language. The creator exists, yes.
Yeah, and the creator is not Satan?
No, the creator is not God.
Okay.
The creator is not God. Let's read the scripture together.
Yeah.
And you can even read your own scripture, which will still tell you.
Already on that topic of God and Satan being the same, what about the Antichrist and the coming of Jesus? Isn't that also Satan coming at the same time?
Hold that question. Yes, brother. Hold that question for us as well, I beg you. Because we're going to deal with it as well. Where was I going just now?
About God.
Yeah.
I thought you were giving it to me to hold.
This one's the NKJV. Yeah? This is the NKJV.
Oh, I thought it was motivation.
Yeah, NKJV study system, just in case people want to. So we're looking at like Exodus 20. Now we're reading the English, don't forget, yeah? So, and God spoke all these words saying, I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other what? Gods before me. So it tells you there's many. I mean, it's the same spelling, right?
Well, no, it's not, because that's capital G, that's small.
Yeah, but it's plural, isn't it? Obviously, man and men. Hold on, brother. Man and men. Is it the same thing?
No.
What is the difference?
Men is plural, man is singular.
Yeah, but plural men is still a man. Many men, innit?
Yeah.
So one man and many men. There's all still men, innit? Yeah. That's what we're saying. So we got...
capital G means it's a personal noun.
But how can you speak a capital G to somebody? How do you speak a capital G to someone? Hi, I've come here to bless you in the name of capital God.
If I say I am God,
one by one, guys. One by one.
God is not the proper name.
One by one, guys.
That's why in Islam
one by one.
Allah cannot be changed or can be attributed to no one else but Him. Okay.
So if I say I am God, that can be with a capital G, isn't it? That's my name. My name is God. I am God.
But this is the thing. Hold on.
Men can be God as well in the Bible. Of course, there are gods everywhere in the Bible.
No, I'm
As I
talking
say,
about the capital G, because that's a grammatical.
I'm going to explain. I just need you guys to balance out first. Don't forget what I need to tell you. You haven't heard before. You understand? That's the difference. Everything you guys are talking to each other.
I want to hear what you got to say.
You've been saying it for a long time. What I want to say is different.
No,
I can say everything you guys going to say before you say it. You know? Not because I'm smart.
But you've heard it all before.
Yeah, because also we've been dealing with it for so long. You get me? So what I'm trying to say is this: number one, Brother Bilal, is one. The word God, have you actually looked at it to see what it is, what it
From my
promotes?
understanding, it comes from the name Gadriel. So I don't think. It comes from the name Gadriel. That's what I know about the name God.
Okay. But
No,
besides,
it can be changed in plural and as well in feminine.
But it's
so that's why the
Hold
name
on,
of Allah in Islam cannot be changed in
hold on.
That's a different.
Yeah,
We're
but
not-
that means that there is only one God. When
No,
it
but
means in
you're
the Bible,
changing the discussion. You're changing the
changing
you
the
worship
subject.
gods, it means worship one God. It means
Brother, we're gonna go there. I wanna go where you are, and we're gonna come to where you are. But just hold on. You know how they build a house, yeah? You gotta dig the foundation first. Don't build the kitchen before you build the foundation. You gotta dig the hole for the toilet and pass the pipes. We need to do everything in that order. If you do it from where you want, it's called falsehood. You can't look at things properly.
So what are your gods in the Bible?
Just hold on. I'm not saying anything. I just want to explain something first. Yeah. Then you'll see what I'm saying. Yeah. So the word God, number one, is in a so-called English language. First, you need to understand what you're doing. You know, words are like tools. Yeah. A tool is what you use to do something with it. So if you grab a camera, you need to understand what you're holding in your hand before you can know what to do with it. But what you're doing at the moment, you're hanging on to a word, you don't know what it is, so you won't know what you're doing with it. You can't.
Well, that's what we want you to tell us.
Yeah, so the word God, number one, is a so-called English word, created by the English to deceive you.
Okay, but break it down then.
Now, if you don't know that, you start using it, you're then doing self-delusion. Yeah? You don't want to be doing self-delusion. So me and you, I'm a man, you are a man. He is a man, he is a man. He's man, woman. Yeah? Now, if me and you start holding each other like this all night long, people will be like, what's going on there? But if me and this person do that, they'll be like, everything's all right.
at the right place.
And it's right, you know, it just, we're informed, yeah? So that's like holding the wrong word. I can tell them, no, I'm not gay. I'm not gay. Yeah. And I'm going to be, why do you think I'm gay? Well, you're holding on to the wrong tool in the wrong way.
But remember, in other countries, the men do hold hands.
And I know that, and I know. So I'm saying, at least in that country, if it's allowed, the people understand. In the wrong country, it's the wrong tool. You know, it's the wrong tool in the wrong country. So
Depending on the tradition.
now you and I don't know if you're an Englishman. Are you an English? So, but you're using an English word, which is a tool created to get you to think the way they want you to think. It won't serve you. The only way it will do what it will do for you is to confuse you and to maybe make you leave what you have. Because you already have a name for what you're talking about. You have your own name for that thing. Yeah? I have a name for that thing, for me. Yeah? So the word God, honestly speaking, means death. Okay? Cut the long story short. Don't believe me. Go and check everything. Don't believe me. Check. Just check. Don't do 2 minutes check. Check like you've lost something. Really check. We're talking hours if you don't know how to check. Yeah? Now, when the word here means death, you gotta say to me, Ty, how can I prove that? Because when we go back to the first part of the book, in the same book of Exodus, we see that. Let's read it, yeah?
So you see, like in the garden, the conversation between God and Satan.
Sorry.
What's that about?
Between,
God and Satan and Adam.
you're forcing me to use all the wrong words. The conversation between the Creator and Satan, you mean? Or who are you talking
The
about?
Bible, isn't it mentioned as God though?
Brother, don't forget what I just
I don't
explained.
understand this business of death.
It's
because,
very- it's very
you know,
hard.
God, you got gods and goddess. Doesn't mean when if you worship goddess, you worship death as well? Or?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll explain. We'll have to explain. Don't
So
forget.
death, masculine death and feminine death.
We need to
So how do we
explain.
know? How do we know when the Creator is speaking in the Bible?
Exactly. That's a very good question. Now let's first get the creator. Yeah. Let's get him first. Yeah. Let's get him first. Yeah. Because this is important. You know, we read in English, and I'm reading a purely English Bible, and I've got no problem because we got to do it somehow. Yeah. But for explanation's sake, yeah. I'm gonna start in Exodus 3. Yeah. And let me start from 7. I might cover a bit of context.
Okay, go
Yeah. So we can understand. Yeah. And the Creator said. Yeah.
So the Lord is the Creator.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you. Just be patient with me and hear the thing.
Does he say creator?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, you're putting your
I'm
word.
I'm letting you know I'm doing that. I'm letting you know I'm doing that because I don't like cursing myself. You see, every time you call the wrong word on yourself, you're cursing yourself.
So you're replacing death
With life.
with the creator?
With life, yeah.
Ah, okay.
With life, yeah. You understand that? So, and the Creator said, well, I mean, we can agree he's the Creator, isn't it? That's the good thing about
So
it.
you've answered my question then.
Yeah.
So the Lord is the Creator, whereas God is Satan. That's the answer.
God is Satan, yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah. So, and now let's look at the identity or identification of the thing, yeah. And the Creator said, "I've surely seen the oppression of my people, yeah, of my people." So He's letting you know. Now you got to do two things. You got to find who is that people, and who is their own power.
What do you mean their own power?
You know, we read Exodus 20, where it says, "I am the power that brought you out of Egypt. You shall have no other powers before me." It'd be like a husband saying to a wife or his wives, "I am your husband. I mustn't see you with any other man outside." A man is a power. A man is a power. A man is a God.
So you mean you replace again the word God with power earlier on in
This
is
is
that
what
you
it
did?
all means. Yeah, this is what it all means. The
So
word.
power is equal to creator as well.
Yeah, well, no, not equal to creator. Where the context is the creator, it stands for the creator. Where the context, which we can show you some, it's new, I know. Where the context is just another power. Look, the word Lord, you know it. It's an English word, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Down 1 mile away,
Anybody can
it's
be
called the house of what? The house of Lords. Now, if I come to you, I'm coming right from there. I'm in the run. I say, brother, hey, I just met the Lord, you know. The Lord just told me to tell you. He told me to tell you to come and see him tomorrow. Are you going to tell me it's just prayer? I'm asking you to go to the mosque or church to pray. You're going to ask me, older brother, which Lord?
Yeah, which one?
That's what we're saying.
Replace the word God or anything else with the word Allah. Try.
That's what I'm saying. So in your religion, if you have a different religion to what they're talking about here, you would.
Religion from what?
I'm saying if you have. You understand what I mean?
Okay. If you have.
If you have, every woman should have a different husband. Yeah? Just because we call
They
her.
can share husbands.
Huh?
They can share husbands, can't they?
Also, they can share husband, but it's still gotta be the one husband. Yeah. It's still gotta be the one husband. Unless you're trying to show me something else.
It's going to be the one husband, yeah.
It's still gotta be the one husband. So 3 of them or one of them is going home telling everybody, that is my husband. Now husband is just a common noun. It's a common noun. Now listen, uncle, it's a common noun. Now when we want to see who the husband really is, we need to ask what is his
Name.
His what?
Name.
His name.
Thank you.
That's where we go. Now, so when we say, my God will save me, and I'm just talking from an English point of view, my God will save
We
me.
don't know who your God is.
You don't know. So you're going to ask me
the
his
husband
name.
could be an imposter as well. And
Absolutely.
he said, I'm the husband.
Yeah,
I am the
man.
imposter.
Or she could be
So
lying.
what is his name?
Exactly. Or she could be lying about even that she has one or who he is. She could be lying. Like Abraham went into Egypt and lied about who his sister or who his wife was. You know what I mean? He has his own reason. So he
Save
said,
his skin, yeah.
he said, it's my sister. He's not lying by saying he's a sister because really we are brothers and sisters in all reality. We're still brothers and sisters in all truth. But The difference is when you start, what's it called now?
So it was not a big lie. It was not.
No, it's not.
It was a true lie.
It's not even a lie, but the difference is when you start sleeping with a woman, then you've crossed that sister only line. You've added to it. Because don't forget,
They wouldn't do that.
Yeah, no, from
Yeah, but he was his wife anyway. It's true.
no, but from creation we had to sleep with our sisters to procreate.
Incest.
It's not. It's only called incest now, not then.
But it's not allowed now to do that.
No, it's allowed.
You can even.
Listen, one by one.
No,
I don't argue. I take your thing and I answer. Don't shut down the opposition. You're doing it at your own risk. Don't ever shut down the opposition. Always look at the opposition like a service provider. Always listen to it. Disagree with it, but listen to it first.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, listen to it first. I'm not arguing. I'm trying to put in detail for you. You say it's not allowed. What do you mean not allowed?
But it's changed.
I mean,
Hold on, one by one.
They are medical conditions. I mean, something will
Brother.
develop. If you marry with your sister, something will happen with that. I mean,
talking about incest between cousins, that's allowed. Incest between brother and sister is not
Brothers
allowed.
and sisters is something.
Who doesn't allow it is what I'm saying.
Under British law, you can't marry your sister.
Am I British in that way?
I don't
I
think
mean,
in
I'm
any-
living in the bushes.
I don't think in any
I'm
culture.
living in the jungles of South America. You telling me
in any
the
culture
British
you
don't
can't marry
allow
your
it?
sister.
What's that got to do with
There's
me?
no culture that allows you to marry your sister.
You've checked all of them.
I haven't checked all of them, but I'm pretty sure.
Brother Bill, you've checked all
I
of
haven't
them.
checked all of them.
Guess what, brother?
You know something,
You're
tell me.
the fruit of it.
If you
Let
know
me tell
something,
you
tell
something.
me.
Let me tell you something.
that.
No,
No,
it's
and
all
maybe
right.
let me tell you, he's going to do a.
What did he say? No, I didn't hear
the fruit of it.
Oh,
It
well,
could be.
look,
Could be if he accepted it.
is it a statement or a question?
That's-
Is that a statement or a
No, it's a
question?
question because you say I'm going to announce you something big to you, like you were going to tell us something.
Yeah.
I say probably he's gonna tell us he's one of the.
Well,
product
fair
of it.
enough. Give him that, brother Bilal. You know, it's a fair comment. It's not abusive as such.
No,
What we're saying is,
wouldn't be abusive.
no, even if we do abuse, sometimes we do part of just being humorous, enjoying ourselves with speech. You know, we know it's not nothing. You know, but anyway, let's move on. So what we're saying on that level is that we can say all we want. Answer I was expecting from you was to say it's the creator who said don't do it. You understand? I could take that. But if you tell me it's man who said don't do it, nobody listening to man. We only listen to man when we think he's going to punish us, when we think he's going to catch us. Thou shalt not murder. Can you get any more serious crime than that?
Thou shall,
I mean,
Associating your
murdering
partner to-
someone.
It's the second greatest sin of all.
I'm saying,
The first greatest sin is to worship someone associated to Allah. To us.
fair enough, but I'm saying from the physical existence which we have, you know, because you can't really,
murder.
I got so much to say.
murder.
To murder someone, is it allowed? Well, the prison's not full of murderers. And inside the prison, they're still murdering each other. When they go in as murderers, once they're in, they say, you British system told us not to murder. We've murdered outside. Now we're inside. We're still going to murder inside too. Now, you're telling me incest.
They're better off staying
Now,
outside.
which one would you... I'm not saying one is better than the other, subjectively. But I'm saying, if you could see incest happening, and you could see murder happening, you have to choose between the two evil. No, I know it's a rock and a hard place.
Life or death? Which one you would choose?
Yeah, which one would you
Love
rather
or
see
hate?
happen? Which one would you rather see happen?
probably murder, isn't it?
Murder. I'm not. You're entitled to your answer. I'm not fussy. I'm just asking.
Obviously, you would
I'm
try
just
to,
asking.
you would try to intervene. You would try to intervene to save the life of someone.
Okay. Would
rather
you?
than
Which one would you choose?
Would you? Would
No, you
you?
would try to
It's a hard
intervene
choice. It's a hard
to
choice.
save the life of someone.
Would you
rather than-
intervene?
He's saying if you had a choice out of seeing murder or seeing incest, which one would you rather watch? I'd rather
Watch
murder
or saved?
Oh, see. Sorry, see. Watch.
see,
Watch.
what would you
Yeah.
rather see?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't have to be
It's a
there.
difficult choice.
Yeah. I mean,
All right. Which one is
That's
less?
not really a
Which one is
question.
less?
Or which one would you choose?
No, I mean,
That's why it's difficult.
there's one thing I say, we see murder every day. Every day we see people dead. They are murdered every day. We see them, but we
All
don't
right,
see
which
incest.
one is more productive? Murder or incest?
Productive.
Yeah, one
biologically.
is more productive than the other. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
What? Of course.
Come on, guys. We gotta move on.
Incest,
Don't forget,
okay.
we still got 3 other points.
Incest.
Incest is more productive. At least you get a baby from it. At least you get a baby from it. Now, do you ever wonder why you can go to certain countries and everybody looks so similarly identical?
Because they're from the same tribe.
Because they actually practice incest. I'm gonna show you how it's done.
For example, the Asian community, they tend to marry within the family, but they don't all look the same.
Well, go Sri Lanka. There's 2 beautifully looking the same. It's annoying. How come you all look so beautiful, especially the women?
But they will look the same though.
Brother, the same is subjective. The same is really subjective.
Shouldn't be. The same means the same, isn't it?
No,
Identical.
well, you know, we're working within a very loose frame here, a loose framework. Because guess what? Me and you look very much alike. People here know we don't. But when me and you go to Russia in a remote area,
We look alike.
they won't know which one of us committed a crime last night. Honestly, they will not know. And if there's 4 more brothers, like this brother, yeah, and some other brother with the same height, you know, they will not know. We do the same. Oh, it's you, innit? They just catch him and go. So now what happened in some ancient cultures was this. I know a lot of us haven't checked and we dare not go there. The men, I know we're going off topic here, the men who were the alpha males were chosen in many cases to be the only ones to mate. Like you have in the lion,
Yeah, like
Arena.
what's it called?
Harem.
300. You've seen it from
300, yeah?
Yeah, like that.
yeah. So they pick the most alpha male, especially in times of trouble, where they've come through a trauma previously, yeah? And now you have few men who survive. And then they pick out the greatest, who's like the real warrior, or the wise, and so on and so forth. And they say, this is the best woman here, and that, and that, and that. You have offspring from all of them. Look, there's stuff. No, it's not only that. There's deep stuff underneath.
Engineering.
It's engineering. What they now call genetic modification in plants. They were doing it. They're doing it in humans from a long time ago to make. What's the word in Planned Parenthood and what's this other word? The Nazis started to do. Eugenics. Check into it. Eugenics, whereby they were going to take the best looking or best this, best that, mix it with the best. Yeah. So they were doing it for the men. You understand? So you're saying incest, don't do it. They're saying we're going to try it. Because if we can reproduce the best, we will find a way to do it and get the best. Anyway, we were diverting off topic. So they have that stuff. So Brother Bilal, when we go back to the word God, God means death. God is death. That's why his name is what we wanted to pull out. So Moses says, and the Creator said, I have surely seen the oppression of my people who are in Egypt. Yeah. So the Creator, his people, Egypt. All those are identities. It's Egypt. It's not Syria. Yeah? It's not Cush. Yeah? It's Egypt and it's his people and it's the Creator. He says, and I have heard their cry because of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. So I have come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians and to bring them up from that land to a good large land, to land flowing with milk and honey, to the place of the Canaanites and the Hittites and Amorites and Perizzites and Hivites. Yeah? So it's letting us know identities are very important. It's not just taking the whole landmass and saying to that land over there. It's letting you know before you got in there, there's the Canaanites there. They're the ones who own the land. So there's identity. You understand? And one of the reasons he allowed Israel to go in there, as we can read in some other scripture, he said, look, I'm putting you in that land because the Canaanites who are there are not worshiping me. Because they're not worshiping me, they're doing the wrong thing. So I'm going to give you that place. kill all of them.
Why you want to destroy them? Actually.
Yeah, he said, look, kill them. It's not a joke. He says, get rid of them. I created it all. Like you say, Allah created everyone, right? I know you don't have an argument with that. So the same way, when we have cancer, if they say it's a breast, you say what? Cut it off for the other part of the body to live. You gotta cut it off.
Yeah, but did he bring any warner to these people before, the Canaanites?
Brother, what you might not
Did he
see...
bring, God would not destroy before bringing them
I'm answering you.
before sending them a prophet.
I'm trying to answer you.
Where the pagans, the Canaanites.
Brother, I'm trying to answer you. Don't worry. Don't worry. There's something within man called the conscience. Yeah? The science of all is within man. When you wanna steal something, do you need a prophet? Do you need a prophet to tell you you're gonna steal something?
We already know.
How do you know? I'm asking, it's just a question.
It's already inscribed in us.
Who did the inscribing?
The Creator.
There you go. So when the Canaanites were doing their paganism, it's inscribed in them what they're doing is wrong. They already know.
What is paganism? No, but tell me, what is paganism?
Paganism.
Worshipping the creation and not the Creator.
Exactly. Yeah.
Even the Arabs fell into that.
The Arabs are still doing it. The Arabs are still doing it.
The Arabs are still doing it. You mean the Muslim?
The whole world is still doing it, brother. Sorry.
The Prophet Muhammad came with this clear message of not worshipping the creation, neither idol or anything.
Yeah, but they didn't listen to him.
They didn't him alone.
But they didn't listen to Muhammad.
So the Muslims are not worshipping Allah alone?
No.
Who
No.
are we worshipping?
Brother, are we going to go there?
He saved us from worshipping idols. I know I'm worshipping the Creator now.
Let me show you something.
No, that's your opinion, but you're wrong.
Brother,
He has cleared us away from the idol worshipping. Alhamdulillah, we worship Him alone.
Brother,
You don't understand that?
brother, I'm not arguing.
Oh, don't come with the elat and all this.
Here we go now.
Your false idols. And don't believe in that. We believe in Him alone.
Okay.
Only. He's a creator.
Belief
Yeah?
is different to what you know what evidence is? Do you know what evidence is? Brother Bilal, don't forget I've got issue. Sorry, I've got that thing to talk about. Honestly, yeah?
You know when they idol worship those people? Because they only want to find an intermediary between them and God. But intrinsically, inside of them, they're worshiping God alone. And this is what we do. Direct to Him. No intermediaries, yes? It is forbidden to do that.
Uncle.
Look on my nephew.
Listen to the conscience inside you.
Yeah.
Look. When you listen to the conscience inside you, don't listen to religion. What? Religion is the mouth speak of the.
You think God, if He created me, do you think He cannot guide me? Of course He can guide me into the right
how does He
worship.
do it? How does
He does not guide anyone on this planet. Of course He has to.
Okay, brother, uncle, but listen to what I'm saying. If He does, how does He do it? You know,
Is he not all powerful?
He is
all knowing, all hearing, all seeing. He cannot guide his mind. He cannot guide mind.